About some of the stigma surrounding some of the social issues involved with the death penalty. Now, what we'll do is we'll transition to some of the pieces from Daredevil that we've been watching, right? So that idea of is it ever right to kill or to kill criminals or to take the law into your own hands? Everybody look down number 3. So in the argument between the Punisher and Daredevil, who makes the more valid argument about capital punishment for crimes and why? So who wants to lead us off there?
Daredevil and Punisher.
Jared, you said Punisher, right? Okay, Jared's gonna start us. Shh. So much. Shh. Everybody. Who? Oh God! That was terrible. I got it. So what's that voice crack? That was sweet. It was an intentional sweet set, so it wasn't a voice crack. Thank you. All right, Jared, go ahead. Who has the better point of view and why? Why?
Even he says you put them down, they don't stay down. But when I put them down, they stay down for good.
Okay.
It's like what the Punisher said. They may go to prison for like a week or a month, maybe a year, but they still ain't get out and do that bad thing.
Okay.
So what's the point?
So you feel like based on what you saw that the criminal justice system is broken and the best way to handle people that repeatedly commit crimes is to just waste them, right?
That's because they're addicted. That's it again.
Anybody, Isaac, what you got, man?
I'm with the Daredevil because he says that everybody deserves a second chance and that everybody always has some part of goodness in them. Because nobody's born is like evil off rip. It's always that something traumatizes them and makes them feel like they have to do this in order for their point to be made.
Okay. You guys, I like that. You guys know the argument of nature versus nurture, right? What is the whole argument behind nature versus nurture? Say again? Yeah. So people typically believe that people argue over whether or not the things you do is a result of either A, your inherent feelings and your inherent perceptions of how you go about doing your things in the universe, or the experience that you have had in the past, right? So some people feel that people do things based on their own, ingrained, pre-programmed notions, or they feel like they're a result of their environment. So, I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? Do you guys feel that people deserve a second chance? Do you guys feel that...
It's considered.
Alani, go ahead. What? Oh, God!
I'm sorry I captured that all on video.
I mean, theater, not sports.
All right, listen up. Lonnie has the floor.
It's like what you were saying about nature versus like nurture. I don't see how people can like pick one because I feel like it's like a combination of both. Like, yes, it's kind of like a recipe. Like it's kind of like a recipe, and you get both of these things. You put them together, and it makes a person.
Okay.
Who they are,
So kind of going back to what Maya was saying is that it's very hard to do black-white. It's very gray. Okay. Kind of, maybe?
That's why it's good to do the graph.
All right. Any comments on that? That's true. You are. So what about, so looking back at Daredevil Punisher, anybody have, we got Isaac who supports Daredevil, we got Jared who supports Punisher. Anybody else want to weigh in on this? Like who do you guys feel is right and why?
Punisher.
Punisher's better no matter what.
Just because Punisher's better?
Yep.
Punisher.
Do you guys feel that the Punisher has does he have a valid approach to this?
No.
Go ahead, Lonnie, go ahead. Chuck it over to Sawyer.
Nice.
Okay, so Punisher, he went.
Save it and then ask. No, that's good. We'll go to you next, Janae.
He went to the war. He went to war, right?
Sure.
So with that, I would think that could cause a bit of, instability of some kind to cause the thing.
Okay.
Killing people.
It's his family.
Okay. So the nurture of his past experience, his experience in war, the messed up stuff he's seen there, the fact that he's seen his family butchered in front of him might impact his whole perception of how do I deal with crime? Well, the best way is violence because violence is all he knows, right? Okay, I like that. Who else we got? Jay, you want to go? It's like wide-eyed over there.
You got it first.
We'll come. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to go. Anybody else have a comment?
I believe that.
Go ahead, Jared.
I believe that those are the reasons why it's so cruel because military life and how his family, I watched his family get killed, murdered.
Anybody want to talk about Daredevil? Something about Daredevil. Why does Daredevil believe the things that he does? What about Daredevil's nurture do you guys know about that might dictate his
Site was taken.
his stance on crime? Go ahead.
He's deep in his religion because even though he's blind, it's like the some way third eye that he has like a blessing because he's still like trying to make the world a better place.
Okay.
Even though he's a disability.
Okay. So a lot of it is based on his. He feels a sense of justice based on his gift that he feels like he was given. That he needs to uphold that justice.
It's like he's just trying to spread like more of that he has.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Let me get Jalissa and then we'll get Alani. Well, you can just. Yeah, there.
Well, I'm sort of 50-50 on both. Like, I agree that they both, like, with Punisher, what they should be stopped, like, right then, but they shouldn't be killed for, as Daredevil says.
Okay. So you're a little bit. So the justification, like the punishment should come swiftly, but it shouldn't necessarily be as harsh as what the Punisher is trying to do, right? So, but you do believe in the idea of you agree with the fact that he's a vigilante. You don't feel like that in this particular universe that the cops can't handle it, so this guy should step in if he's able to, even if he exists outside the law. Okay, somewhat, kind of, sort of. Okay, Alani, what you got?
Kind of to go back to what we were saying earlier and to what we're saying now, it's like kind of like, oh, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna give him to the cops and then
Right.
they can kill him.
Okay.
It's kind of like what I feel like Daredevil is saying. And I feel like if you have him, like, cause he can go to the cops, he can go on trial and they can let him go. And like Punisher was saying, he can go back out and continue to do what he was doing. But if you got him right here and you seen that he's, you know, killing people and he just being like, then
Okay.
you should
Take care of it.
take,
Do
right,
what you got to do.
handle business.
Zach, what do you got?
The way I look at it is, if
Need y'all quiet.
you watch your own family get murdered, you're not gonna not want that person to be dead.
Sure. Change your perception. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want to comment on that? Nope. What's that?
The Punisher.
Okay, I agree. Looking at him as a character, that's definitely his motive for the actions that he does. That's his character's motivation.
Daredevil
Sure.
and the Punisher are very good examples of vengeance and justice, that they can go hand in hand, but because Daredevil, he's a lawyer for one, he's very into actually pursuing the effective justice. He knows the laws and everything, that maybe if he has enough evidence for those crimes or crimes and confess, that justice will be done. Well, the Punisher, his family was very important. He likely has some PTSD from the war.
Okay.
Because those are very common. That's to the point where he feels like vengeance needs to be had to anyone that commits such a gravity of crime.
Okay. Do you all feel that's an interesting concept to explore the idea of justice and what does justice look like? Especially in that whole season, that's one of the main themes that they look at is like, what does justice look like? Like, what is the face of justice? Now, if you look at it, you have Daredevil and you have Punisher. Both characters believe what they're doing is just and what they're doing is correct. However, you can take a stance on whether or not either character is justified in their actions, right? So they both want the same thing. What's happening? Both characters, would you guys agree that both characters want the same thing, but they go about achieving that a different way? Okay. So my question to y'all is, whose is more valid, or does it matter as long as justice is being carried out? Someone give me hands, because the chaos makes me like.
Go with the second one.
Which one is that?
Mr. Mason.
You want to go? Wait, no, I want to give it back. No, I don't want to.
like, as long as justice is being served,
Okay, so you feel that as long as everyone feels that as long as justice is being carried out, and that's good. That's the ultimate goal. Okay. Anybody else want to go with it?
Punisher's pretty fly though, too, man.
Hey, one, three, five.
Yeah. If they lit.
Do you appreciate the artwork?
Yes, who drew it?
It was Jackson in my first period class.
Jackson Thompson.
Yeah.
Good guy, that Jack. Well, Jay has something to say.
Okay, but does it is it killing them basically just making him look like more of a murderer, just like they are? Like, that's the one thing that looks really bad on it, because you're basically doing the same thing they're doing.
Okay. So Janae was saying that does murdering bad guys make you the same as the people committing the murders?
No.
Yes.
Like, see,
Alani, what do you got?
that's
Alani,
what
opinion.
I
Alani has the floor.
It's, I think the
That's good,
question, I think that question came up because when he murders them, it's more of a, like when somebody gets death penalty, they go to an electric chair, or they get, injected with something, so it's not really murder. But when Punisher does it, he's like shooting them. But it's practically the same thing.
So do you not feel that it's not murder because the government's carrying it out instead of
No, that's
the person?
what I feel like that it should be seen as the same,
Okay.
the same thing.
So murder is murder, period.
Yeah.
You're taking a life, you're committing murder.
Yeah, and murder, is always seen as something really, really negative. But murder is killing someone, some life. So when you step on a roach, that's murder. Yes, no, but you're still gonna step on it. I mean, it's there, it's crawling.
Yo, I saw it.
Maybe you kind of get a little bit more. I don't know if you can classify stepping on a bug as murder.
Yo, that bug's family is devastated.
It is. We got little bug punishers popping up all over the place. That would not be okay. Spiders coming after me in the middle of the night. I don't want that. Who did I say was next? It was Alani and then Pedro, right? Yes. Yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I don't have the ball. But oh, God.
You're athletic.
Alright, so I don't know, it was the first episode or something where Daredevil was in the confession. He was confessing to something, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm asking, or it's I'm not talking about what I did. I'm asking for forgiveness for what I'm about to do or something like that."
Right.
And then wasn't the Punisher also Catholic too, or Christian?
Well, he says that he has a Catholic upbringing, but I think since then he's kind of fallen away from religion, right? I mean, he acknowledges that. He was. He says he was, but
It
now.
was like one of the things you shall not kill or whatever. They're killing the other people are killing other people. I don't know.
No, I like where you're going with it. You're looking at motive and character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know the exact way it is, but how Catholicism, if you ask for forgiveness and stuff,
Sure.
be forgiven.
It's all you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I'm pretty sure it's even if you've done the worst thing ever, you can still be forgiven.
Yeah.
So the Punisher, if he's killing people, right? If they're religious or not, and since they're both Catholic or whatever, or they were at one time,
Right.
Maybe not necessarily their eyes, but other Catholic stuff, if they're getting killed, the people that the Punisher kills, they're just going straight to heaven or something like that. So they could, but I don't know, something like
No, I like what you're saying. So, what you're talking about here is looking at Daredevil, the series, as literature. You have these characters that are very heavily characterized and given motive. If you look at the characters' motives, their motives are going to dictate kind of how they perceive justice. Right? You have Daredevil, who's raised Catholic. He's very devoutly Catholic, very devout Catholic. Catholicism believes that nobody is beyond redemption, right? And you really see that in kind of how Daredevil interacts with various characters throughout the series. And especially when they're on the rooftop, he even says that, everybody deserves a second chance. Nobody is past the point of no return. You can always come back, right? Whereas you have